again. It's your boy here, Space Captain Zemo, with your pal, with my pal, Frostyrnb. How you doing, Frosty?
I'm doing good, Space Captain. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So, what do you stream, Frosty?
So, I mainly do Nintendo Let's Play projects.
Cool.
100% completion.
Rad.
And that's pretty much most of what I do.
So, do you just do, like, Switch games or classic as well?
So, how I construct these projects really is it could be any platform in the Nintendo genre, as long as I can, if it meets two criteria.
Okay.
One, if I can talk about the game for hours and hours with people.
Sure.
And two, if it has a lot of high content research. Because I do a lot of like research from game trivia to little minor details that most people don't know about.
That's really cool.
And sometimes, especially with Xenoblade 2 Chronicles, I've already corrected the wiki page 11 times. That's that's how much dedicated I'm to the research.
That's so amazing. So, you're a Xenoblade character game fan, clearly. You have the amazing... get this. Look at the amazing sweater you got going on.
Yeah, number one waifu.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's jump into waifu corner with Zemo. So, this woman here, this waifu, what is her name?
Her name is Mithra.
Okay, Mithra. And she is from where?
She's from Xenoblade 2.
Okay.
She's pretty much one of the main characters.
Okay.
I prefer her over her counterpart, which everyone loves, Pyra, but...
So, but you were a true fan of her?
Yes, Mithra.
Okay, okay. Is this your only waifu, or do you have other waifus?
No, I have a few others.
Okay.
There's Fiora from Xenoblade 1.
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't love Fiora?
Oh, yeah.
And then Cassandra is a very underrated waifu from Xenoblade 2.
You're just a Xenoblade waifu. Yeah, like a whole bunch of them.
That's the top three. And then the fourth one would be Rita Mordio from Tales of Vesperia.
Okay. So you clearly love anime RPGs.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Here's the funny part, though.
Yeah, okay.
I don't really play RPGs for stories, which is a very interesting thing.
Okay.
But I usually focus on two criteria.
Okay.
If the game is pretty fast-paced.
Okay.
And if the OST is really good.
Okay, but usually with RPGs, OSTs are always like pretty solid.
Yes.
Mostly.
Mostly, yes.
Yeah, and the pacing can be either dog slow or just like lightning fast.
Yeah.
You know? Exactly. We have to discuss waifus on here. That's what we're all about, is waifus here. I love my waifus. Always feel free to DM me your waifus. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Of course, you have to discuss waifus in DMs. Going back to your Nintendo chat right there.
Yeah.
So you love to do research games about like maybe like the production of it, little secrets, small trivia about it as well. What has been like the one game that you just like that you didn't realize it was gonna have so much information about it out there that you found out about?
So would this be... So there's actually two answers to that.
Okay, go for
There
it.
was one Let's Play project I tried to attempt to do, which is Xenoblade 1.
Okay.
But because it wasn't really something I wasn't able to digest at the time,
Right.
I had to skip out and learn the game on my own. And maybe in the future I'll release that.
Okay.
But to this very day, a 2011 title is still being corrected on wikis, which is really funny.
That's amazing. It's like we're almost on a 10-year anniversary of this game, and it's still like not done.
And what's funny is that it's coming out. It's being re-released again on the Nintendo Switch, roughly around May 29th through early January or early June.
Yeah.
Which I find very interesting.
So now, like, the wiki is only going to get more convoluted from here.
Yeah.
Because more folks coming back in, they're like, no, well, actually, in this scene, and then things are brought once again. That's pretty rough. Might I give you a suggestion then?
Of course.
So, do you have like an NES or a way to play NES games on your stream?
NES, not so much, but if we were to go to the next console over SNES, would be probably the runner-up.
Okay, so I'll give you two suggestions there.
Okay.
Look into Star Tropics on NES.
I've heard about that.
It's one of my personal favorite games of all time. And then on SNES, Lufia 2, The Rise of Sinistrals.
Okay.
You like Japanese RPGs. It's one of my personal favorite JRPGs. You got some good music in there, some good action. It's pretty fast-paced.
Okay.
Some good waifus in there. That's for us. That's for us. Tia, by the way, been like since like '95. You know what I'm saying? Like, been out here. You know. But I highly suggest you play Lufia 2. It's a great RPG. A lot of fun. So check it out. You know?
Of course. Yeah. That's probably going to be on my top 2 then.
There you go.
That's the case.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Chrono Trigger.
You know, I love Chrono Trigger. It's a great game,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone knows it. Everyone plays Chrono Trigger, right? And there's nothing, no knocks at all on CT,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like everyone and their grandma knows Chrono Trigger, right?
Yes.
And Earthbound, and also great RPGs. But like Lufia is great, like ActRaiser is amazing, Soul Blazer, all great RPGs on the SNES, but don't get enough credit if you ask me on that.
Okay.
For sure. Exactly. So what's one thing you want to grow in your stream this year?
So when I first started Twitch,
Right.
it wasn't really about the community aspect.
Sure.
It was more like becoming a more, say, doing research of the games
Yeah.
I love enjoying playing.
Yeah.
But I would actually like to help out people,
Yeah.
especially in Xenoblade 2 and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I've been getting a lot of questions, and I love to clear up common misclarifications. So especially with Paper Mario 1,
Okay.
64, Chapter 6,
Okay,
and when
okay.
you go against one of the mole enemies, forgot their name, multi-moles or something,
Sure.
you use a level 1 badge called the Hammer Throw,
Okay.
and apparently it's its weakness.
Interesting. But no, it's a very small known fact, right?
It's kind of known, but not very, very known.
And this is a boss, right?
It's not a boss. It's actually a common enemy, but it's a mandatory fight.
Interesting. So for like speedrunners, they love that kind of information.
Yeah,
of course, by all means.
speedrunners have very interesting setups.
Yeah, because they want to make sure they get the most quickest. So I'm sure someone flip it on real fast right there.
Mhm.
That's so cool, man. I love those games at all. Personally, Mario RPG is one of my favorite games of all time. I wish we get a true successor. Now, I love Paper Mario as well. They're great games as well. But I want a true, like, with Gino and Amalo and, like, Booster in there. I want the whole crew in there once again. Yeah, for sure. But we got to get going back now.
Of course.
Before we go, though, where can folks find you there, Frosty?
So here's the interesting part. So
Okay.
usually, of course, streaming on Twitch,
Right.
posting those Let's Play project parts on YouTube, Frostyrnb 77,
Yeah.
Instagram, random game collection videos, TikTok, Twitch clips, and I don't use Discord.
Okay.
Don't really use like the common apps as most people use because it's a little different from what I'm used to.
Okay.
But I do love interacting with people on the comments and from both Instagram and YouTube.
Well, awesome, man. Well, thanks, folks. We're going to be right back with another interviewee, and Richard is going to be in this hot spot after me. I appreciate y'all so much tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see y'all next time, folks. Be right back.